Hi Gemini, this is Lisa from the Wright Guidance, here to bring in your mid-month January love reading and how do they feel about you, second part to this reading. So I welcome you, all of you that are new to my channel. You're very, very welcome here. I channel in my guidance because I am a psychic medium. Your angels and guides are going to be able to transmit messages to me about any advice they have for you for the last half of January. And then in the second part, you're going to be accessing your intuition with your angels and guides help to choose cards that pertain to you when I group them. So it's an interesting concept. It's my second time doing it, so enjoy. We're going to work with John Holland's The Psychic Tarot for the Heart, and then my favorite love pack, and I'll have to find the box upstairs so I can tell you who makes it because it's a super great deck to work with. So we're going to use both decks, okay, for channeling in. So I'm asking Gemini's angels and guides to please step forward to bring in clear and accurate communication and advice for Gemini for the last half, okay, of January. I like to keep my cards down because I channel the messages as they come in. So even though, yes, we might have flippers, that's okay. I don't want to see them. Okay, so we have the love pack cards, and then because this is more of a big fat tarot deck, I think there's 78 cards in here. So again, clear and accurate guidance, please, for the Gemini followers and subscribers and newbies. Okay, thank you. Okay, so right now this is just advice from your guides about the second half and what you can expect for the second half of January. Winter's almost done for those of us in North America. A joke, it's halfway through. All right, so we're going to do John Holland's deck first, the big tarot deck, and see what's happening in Gemini's love life and how can we help. Okay, wonderful. So in terms of your love life, some of you might be spreading your wings and putting yourself back out there. So if you are single or newly single, and it looks like you are now, you know, maybe you've done your healing and you are now on the path to spreading your wings. This could be even, you know, for those of you who are coupled up, you are choosing to open and expand, you know, the ways that you and your partner spend time together or how you communicate. So you're going to be taking on some new adventures. Perhaps, you know, you're going to spread your wings and fly to a vacation and actually fly away. But this, you know, is a great way to use your intuition. The card is surrounded by purple. And what are your angels and guides like really telling you to do when it comes to love? Are they asking you to like make more time, carve out more time, be romantic, go away on weekend adventures? You know, anything that your intuition is bringing you, okay? Letting you know that there is balance needed in the relationship, okay? You guys are a blend of two energies, and it's very, very important that there is a balance and give receive. Okay, that there isn't one partner in the dynamic that's doing everything, that's leaving that partner resentful. So what can you do to be the best partner? And if your partner has been, you know, not fulfilling their end of the bargain, then you need to have that dialogue with them and say, you know, we need to have more of a balance here. You know, we need to also be able to balance being, you know, for those of you who do have families, like you can't just be just parents when you get home. You need to be, we're an individual couple who has a family, which means you need to spend time together, fostering your relationship, and again, nurturing that and going on dates and having that FaceTime without the phones in your hands and really connecting, okay? Let's see what else. Ooh, choosing your battles, they say. So in love, okay, it's not a competition and we're not here to win. And it's really, really important that, you know, we always want to be heard, and nobody's going to be heard if voices are escalated or tempers are flaring. Okay. So for those of you who are finding, you know, you do need to have that discussion with your partner and you're not confronting the situation because you're afraid that you're going to go from 0 to 10. For those of you who do that, it's important that, you know, you are prepared to have this discussion and you mentally check yourself and you write down the things that are really important so that you can calmly say, you know, these are the things that I would like to talk about. This is also for my singles. I see that, you know, perhaps your relationships in the past were filled with a lot of headbutting and the person, you know, you didn't see eye to eye, or that you were fighting for attention, I see. So you know, you want to make sure that you're entering into a partnership with someone who's looking for the same thing and who is looking for a commitment and who isn't going to be, you know, testing the waters elsewhere. So, you know, that's what that means as well. Okay, let's see what else is happening here. Wonderful message of strengthening your bonds. So again, those of you, even for those of you just newly partnered in a new relationship, strengthening the bonds and having balance and having that open, honest, clear, you know, dialogue about what your needs are, what are your partner's needs, what are your needs, and then when each partner feels valued and heard, that is a strengthening of the bonds. Now, this is even for my singles. Perhaps you have met someone who you would like to invest in, and you guys are now blending your energy and blending your time, or perhaps even blending a family if you are on your second time around. And if you are, that's amazing. Congratulations. And it looks like this is going, it's long term, because you also got, you know, this beautiful path that's opening up. So the divine is perhaps sending someone in that you're going to be able to blend energies, blend your family if you've got children already and you're concerned about that, but it's going to bring in this strengthened bond between the two of you. You'll have to let me know in comments what's happening. Some of you might be, this would be like the Hermit card. Some of you might be feeling alone or waiting for someone else. Let me see here. You're waiting for someone else to turn the light back on in the relationship. See how she's carrying a lantern here in this photograph. It's really, really important that when you are in solitude, which would be the Hermit card in traditional tarot, that it's a time to learn and process about yourself and really realize what it is you need in a partnership. And, you know, what is your love language? You'll hear me use that a lot. It's really important for you to do some investigative work about what your love language is and how do you receive love and how do you want to receive love, so you can, when you are meeting someone, you'll know right out the gate if they're able to offer that. Okay, we can't wait for a partner to come in and make us feel alive or make us not feel alone. We have to fill our days with things that are important to the self. Really great self-care, processing, but great time with friends and family. So if you are isolated and feeling alone because you don't have a partner, you need to realize that you are first your own partner. And are you caring for yourself the way you would want a partner to care for you? We kind of send that out to the universe about how do we love ourselves? How do we value ourselves? How do we dress ourselves? How do we project ourselves out there? Are we looking in the mirror and reflecting love back? Do we look at ourselves in the mirror and see love? Because it's really important that if you want someone to be able to see all these wonderful qualities, and even for my couples, if you want your partner to see all these beautiful qualities, you also want to communicate with them that you see their beautiful qualities. And once in a while, tell them that, you know, you feel so lucky to have them because of X, Y, and Z, and fill in those blanks. It's really, really important, because you could be very isolated even in a partnership and in a committed relationship. So if any of you are feeling alone, but you're totally partnered or married, then you need to come out of isolation with your partner. You need to blend your energies back and ask your partner, what is it you would like to do together? And, you know, really strengthen your bonds here. It's time, because, you know, perhaps you are not wanting to confront things with the partner you already have about how to make that relationship better. But if you just bite the bullet and do that, you and your partner are going to be on a new path. See? Yeah. Nurturing yourself, again, for the people who, again, felt in isolation, like going back to this message here, right? If you're feeling alone, it's like, how are you going to nurture yourself? You have to nurture and love and care for yourself as an individual, as someone's wife, as someone's husband, as someone's partner. You have to constantly feed your soul with great books and self-care and your own friends and your own time away, maybe with friends, and be an individual who comes together in partnership. So nurturing yourself, maybe even feeling the call to go into nature, take a vacation. You know, here we have a snowy day in Toronto, but, you know, a lot of people getting away who can afford it this time of year. So maybe it's time for you and your partner to maybe get excited about planning a vacation together. And again, that's going to be able to strengthen your bond. You're going to have lots of time to spend together. You can commit to leaving the phones in the room. And there's all these great things that you guys can do to really foster some great emotional FaceTime with your partner. Okay, so let's see what the love pack has to tell us. So just like that Hermit card, just like, you know, sorry, I just like lost the name of the card. The feeling alone card is showing me that it is a time And this card deck is straight up. It's a drought, which means it's the dry season. So some of you might not be having intimacy, and it could be because you're single, but it could be because you and your partner are not connecting. You're not blending those two energies like that balance card was showing. It's really, really important to water your grass, nurture your relationship. Spend time with your partner. Make them feel special. Can you cook dinner for them and surprise them? Can you make their favorite dessert? Can you bring their favorite dessert home from a bakery? What things can you do that are very romantic? What environment can you set? Can you set, a candlelight dinner? Can you do something special? So the thing is, with women, we want a partner that's here to help us and support us and love us and nurture us and be our motivator. And we are the same, and we take care of the house and home usually in whatever, more of a traditional dynamic, which I am. But, that's what kind of turns a woman on. So I think if you make an effort, for those of you who are watching this who are male, but it doesn't matter. Like even for you women, like you want to nurture your partner, like maybe even with, I know the Super Bowl's coming up here in North America, like maybe you can, surprise him and you've already invited all his friends and you're going to have a game day at your place or whatever you can do, or you can say to him, make sure you contact the guys and you guys book a place at a sports bar for the Super Bowl. I know it's important to you. When you take interest, that's what allows your bond to deepen and strengthen too, right? It's being very aware of what each other's needs are so that there's no disconnection in the intimacy area. Okay. Yeah. So it's a good time. You see more paths ahead of you. So my singles and my partners, there's no time like the present to reach out and connect. There is no time like the present than really making that commitment to finding someone special. So for those of you who are on dating websites, you might want to try additional dating websites, not just saying, oh, there's nobody on this one, or this one is, I've tried it before. So if you have to do one that you have to pay for, well, then you have to do what you have to do. If you're looking for a partner who's serious, then you need to take that more serious route to find them. And again, good timing for my couples. Your partner wants to come close to you. They want that affection back. They want that connection. They want that intimacy. They're waiting on you to show love and affection. So if you're the one withholding, or you're withholding by not speaking your truth to your partner, now's the time, because it looks like your partner's feeling the same way. Okay. Some of you might be in pain due to a heartbreak, due to a loss of some kind, and even people in partnership. When people experience loss, maybe they've lost a friend or a family member or a parent. Sometimes when people are grieving, they pull away and they do experience times of drought where they don't allow life in. Some people feel guilty, about enjoying their life if they've just lost someone close to them, and they don't feel like it's appropriate being Italian, like they're really ridiculous, right? But it's like that person who passed away wouldn't want to hold you back from you living your best life. So for those of you who are in pain in that way and not contributing to your partner, to your family, and coming back to life because you got that drought card, you need to make a better choice. And that's what I'm here to tell you. So you were guided here for a reason, to get your fanny smacked, right? So for those of you who are heartbroken, my singles, perhaps you're heartbroken due to, maybe a loss of some sort, or you are missing a partner and you are in pain. That's okay. You can take the time you need to heal that. You can take the time to look at that relationship and think to yourself, what did I learn about myself? What's the most valuable piece I can take away from myself in that dynamic? What do I wish I didn't do? What do I wish I did better? What do I wish I didn't give so much of? Like whatever you need to analyze, so that way when you go into the next partnership, you need to have better boundaries, so you can, remember you got the balance card, so you can come together with someone who you're not going to give everything. You're not going to throw all your cards on the table and say like, I'm wonderful, I'm this. Just take your time and slowly teach them. When you feel like they're worth that investment, when you know that you're both on the same page, you can invest in that way. So for those of you who are in pain, take your time, but it might be, okay. So listen, I mean, Because I am that reader here. I know on YouTube there's a lot of those same readers who tell you the same old thing, like, oh, someone's coming back. I'm not going to ever sugarcoat things, but some of you have been using your pain for far too long, the guides say. You're using that as an excuse as to why not to put yourself back out there. But remember, the first message was the good timing. It's a good time to put yourself back out there, to nurture yourself first, to make sure you're feeling ready and excited about what you bring to the table, my love. You are a precious gift, and you are worthy and deserving in this earth school to have love and to have partnership, and the partnership that you deserve. And so you need to process this like right now. And if that means contacting someone, you know, if it's a therapist or a counselor that you need, or you need a life coach or whatever you need, that's fine. If you don't have support, find support. Okay. And it's time. Okay. Some of you could be in pain, and this is not gonna, you know, resonate with everybody, but some of you are in pain due to someone having a wandering eye. Maybe someone did cheat on you. Maybe someone wasn't exclusive with you who you thought was committed to you. And you know, this is the card. She has rose-colored glasses on, and she thinks look at the picture. She thinks he's an angel, but he's a devil, or the roles could be reversed. It could be same sex. It doesn't matter. I'm just using the example, is that you could have been naive, and maybe you're in pain because you're like, I wish I paid attention to the red flags, or I knew it all along, and you're maybe beating yourself up. But you know, you learned something, right? You got a valuable lesson. You're going to make a better choice, and you're going to say, no, like Lisa said, I'm worthy and deserving. I'm a beautiful soul. I came here to love and experience authentic love, and I'm going to put myself back out there because I'm not a chicken shit. Your last love pack card for this side of the reading, and then we're going to get into how they feel about you, even for people who are coming in. Okay, so laughter is a prescription from your angels and guides, and this is about you getting out and again having fun dates, maybe grabbing other couples, and maybe actually going to a comedy club, or going to an amusement park if you can, or going to a funny movie, or just getting out with the friends that you know are lively and who you can have really great conversation with. So this is about connecting, you know, with your friends or with other couples, and really getting back to experiencing life in that dynamic, because life is to be enjoyed, everybody. Get off your ass. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to tilt the camera down, and I want you guys to really connect with your guides, and I'm asking your guides to help you to decipher. So I'm going to put cards in groups, okay? And this is going to be, how does Gemini's person feel about them? You're going to then pick a card group that you feel drawn to, and then that's going to hold the message that you need to receive in this moment, okay? Being for the second half of January, okay? So we're going to use both decks, okay? And I don't know how many groups are going to be because it's not up to me. Alrighty, so welcoming your angels and guides. Can I please have some groupings? How do they feel about my Gemini? How do they feel about Gemini? Okay, so we're going to have 4 groupings, okay? And then I'm going to put a card. Can I have cards, please, to support these groupings? How do they feel about Gemini for card pack 1, for 2, thank you, 3, and for 4, they said I'm going to have to shuffle again. Okay, keep shuffling, apparently. Nope, okay. I don't want to second guess it. Okay. All right, so let me number these for you. Okay, card grouping 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so if you could choose. All right. So what I'll do is, for those of you who pick card grouping 2, 3, or 4, I'm going to hold my fingers up for a long enough time that when you scroll through, you can see me raise my finger up. Okay. All right, so we're going to start obviously with grouping number 1. About how do they feel about my Gemini. Okay, so your love pack card. So for those of you who weren't sure if that message was for you, the card came back. The card of being naive about, you know, thinking that this person's an angel, or thinking, and it might not be romantic in nature. It might be just that whoever you do love, whoever's getting the most attention from you right now is like backstabbing you, or it isn't authentic, isn't invested, is definitely on the wandering eye side and is maybe entertaining multiple people. If you're married, this could let you know that, you know, your partner's talking to someone else. And interesting, they gave a solar plexus card with this, and you could find this is a chakra area. You know what your solar plexus is, where someone will punch you in the stomach. Your solar plexus needs work. Okay, some of you could be finding some discomfort in that area, and it could be eating away at you. And I think, you know, for those of you who are wondering if the person is committed, or if you're wondering, you know, can I trust this person? I think your gut is telling you that this person can't be trusted, or they're not invested in you in the same way. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have to bring that, but there's a reason why you were led to this. So you can leave me a comment. I'd love to help if I can, okay? So I'm sorry to relay that to you, okay? So I'm going to move on to group 2. I'm going to hold it there for a minute. Welcome, group 2. Group 2. All right, group 2 has, again, we have a loneliness card. So we got the feeling alone card in the first part of the reading, and we got the drought card. So some of you are keeping yourself isolated, even in your marriage. You guys could be staying in the comfort of your own 4 walls, and you're not presently experiencing life. But you can see here, it's a self-imposed prison. You can get out. Okay, so it's very important to come back to life, to not be a hermit, to get out, to, again, make some plans with friends, get yourself out there, and be a part of life by making that choice, okay? Again, putting yourself back out there in the dating world, or calling other couples and making some plans that we have something wonderful to look forward to, or even an amazing vacation if you can afford that. That would be awesome. And you are being asked to meditate and seek the answers from a meditative state, because some of you might be getting messages in dream time. Some of you might be getting messages from the divine on what to do in regards to partnership, or even, you know, what singles website to sign up on. These are you getting downloads from your guides about what to do and fun ideas. And they're trying to get you to come back to life and to heal, because this is very much a healing card. Okay, so healing your relationship, getting out of your self-imposed prison. There's more to life than what you're presently experiencing, Gemini, and you got to get off your ass. You and your partner, or your future partner, is waiting for you. So chop, chop. Okay, all the best to you. See you in February. All right, we have grouping 3. Grouping 3. Okay, grouping 3. Your first message is coming, like how they feel about you is independence. And, you know, in the independence, it could be that this is how they see you. They see you as someone who pushes people away, who prefers to live alone, who prefers to be isolated, who prefers not to contribute to the relationship, or someone who isn't interested in the same thing, because, you know, you can see here, this person is making a life for themselves on a desert island, and they don't need anybody. They could feel like you're so independent that you don't need them. So, you know, even in a marriage, your partner could feel like, well, I do everything and I don't need you. But you have to reassure them that you are, remember that first card with the balance, with blending of the 2 energies. You are in a partnership, or moving towards one, or this person's wanting to be in a relationship with you, but they have to feel needed and wanted, and you can't push them away. So they feel like you're pushing them away. And look, they want to get back in the flow with you. They want to reconnect. See how he's putting his hand in the water? He's trying to reconnect. So there could be someone who's trying to reconnect with you. There's someone who's interested, but they just think you're pushing them away, and they're trying to invest, but, you know, they're waiting also for your commitment and for your go sign, like the green light. Okay. So really, really important to communicate and let them know what you're looking for, and let them know what your plans are and how you see the relationship, and what you see their role to be, even to let them know like what you love about them and what they bring to the table in your life, and how much you appreciate that, because they're just feeling like you don't need them and that you're pushing them away. So course correct, will you, Gemini? All right, we're going to move to group 4. Group four, how do they feel about you? Well, they believe that there's an opportunity for you both. The world, see how they have the world there? So this would be like very similar to like a world card in the major arcana in tarot. It's about, you know, at the world card, it's like what you've learned a lot, they've learned a lot about themselves so far in relationship. And it's almost like now you would start something new. So it would be a new opportunity, taking a leap of faith. So they could be taking a leap of faith on you. They could be now wanting to commit or even take this marriage to rejuvenate this marriage and rejuvenate this relationship, because they're looking for the opportunity. They're looking for your green light to say, yes, I also want the opportunity to strengthen our bonds, like the message you got before, and to commit, and to remember that good timing card where both of you are looking for the opportunity to connect, but neither one of you is making the effort. So they're saying like your partner is looking for that opportunity to reinvest and to take on the world with you. Okay, let's see what the supporting card is. Okay, your partner, so when they, again, this is how they feel about you, that, you know, you could have broken their heart in the past, or they could be feeling brokenhearted because you see this man's body language, he kind of is looking down, and how they feel about you could be brokenhearted, or they could think that you've turned your back on them. Okay? What are you going to do about this? If the person you're here to inquire about is feeling heartbroken, and they've turned their back on you because you've broken their heart, I mean, do you have to make amends? I don't know. Like, you're going to have to tell me in comments. If I can help you, I'm going to help you. But it's like, what is the reason they're heartbroken? You know, it could be you heartbroken about them and they turn their back on you. It's possible. But I was asking, like, how do they feel about you? So, you know, if you're married and your partner's feeling heartbroken because maybe they feel like you're not committed or you've turned your back on them, you know, you've got, again, communication, ask them out on a date, tell them, again, creating an atmosphere. Like if someone comes home and all of a sudden like the home is, or like the kids are in bed and, you know, the dining room table is transformed with candlelight and wine and something, and it's a step, right? It's letting that partner know that, like, I want this back again. I want our love life back, or I want my sex life back, and I want intimacy back, and I want communication back. And it's about drawing the line to say, like, I no longer want to live life this way. I love you. Like, you got to communicate, because it looks like they're feeling heartbroken. You got to do something about that. Communicate with me in comments if I can help further. I would love to do that for you. So all the best for you for the second half of January, Gemini.